My name is Adam Ekberg, and I'm an artist living in Chicago. Basically, all my work involves some sort of construction of a thing, or the recreation of a memory, or in something that's sort of like literally a connotation of a presence in a space. It seems to be something that's like a reoccurring thing. So I'm always looking for ways in which to sort of mine that territory of an implied trace of a presence in an environment. Yeah, so at the MCA right now are two pieces I made, and one in very early 2006 and one in extremely late, I think 2006, but one of which is a video which sort of references a photograph I made of a disco ball on the, in the middle of winter in the woods in Maine. And so it's roughly a 4.5 minute video of I sort of stashed this giant flashlight in the woods. I brought a car battery that went to a power inverter that powered this little motor, and made the disco ball rotate, and then sort of set this scenario up, and then brought a video camera and filmed it. So it's this sort of like elaborate length to make something happen in the woods. And in striking contrast, the photograph that's up right now is part of a group of like 15 images I made from 2006 to some in 2008, or the later ones, of sort of refracting light with my camera. It's sort of incredibly nostalgic and bordering on extremely cheesy, but I was literally, like, with a medium format camera, was just taking pictures of light coming through the trees, and with the intention of making 3x5 inch prints to put on my refrigerator to sustain me through the winters in Chicago. And when I got the film back, I realized that in some of the pictures that I was refracting this shaft of light and making these sort of circular forms of rainbows, of essentially taking one shaft of light and refracting it into the color spectrum. And then, the resulting picture, I really like the idea of it. It's it's kind of very about photography, because they're basically photographs of nothing, and the thing that then is in the photograph wasn't existing in the world, but only happened, through the nature of the lens of the camera interacting with the sun. Starting in December of '09, I've been making these images in empty spaces involving flashlights in rooms that have been sort of smoked out. Essentially, what you need is this sort of even sort of cast of smoke, so that the light becomes not just something that illuminates a space, but you see its physical shape. You see like shafts of light, and then that light cutting through, sort of making forms. These 4 photographs I've made are, at most a month and a half old, so they're like, what they are, what that's going to be, I'm really uncertain about. I mean, I'm really excited about them, but beyond sort of knowing that they're rooted in this trajectory, as I kind of described it, like what I'm interested in, I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm definitely in the process right now of sort of making them, and I'll sort of sift through them later to figure out what I'm thinking about. But that's definitely as far as I am right now.